Assalamu alaikum and welcome to another episode of the Chocolate Shake. Inshallah, today I'd like to deal with the issue of nifaq, or what people will call in English hypocrisy. Now, I'm doing this video because I've been looking at the news for the last couple of weeks, like the world has, as regards what's going on in Gaza, what's going on in Palestine, and how it is that the Israeli government, along with the Israeli lobbies, which are all over the world, the ones that are in America and the ones that are in Europe, and how it is that they're now starving the people of Gaza. Now, they've already been bombing them into oblivion for now going close to 2 years. And now they have a campaign to starve them to death, with the whole world watching on. And I'm watching all of the low down, nasty, inhumane, dogged, animalistic excuses that the Europeans and the Americans are given for allowing that to happen. Now, let's be clear. This cannot happen except that the Europeans in America, or what we call the collective West, allows to happen because they're the ones giving them the weapons. Israel is nothing but a satellite nation of the United States of America and the EU. That's all they are. They're being propped up and given everything they need to genocide the Palestinians. Let's be clear, it's a genocide. It's a genocide. The Americans, along with the Europeans, and I'm talking about now, of course, the politicians, because the people are now waking up, all right, on the right and the left. Israel has a problem, and the Israeli lobby has a problem with the people on the right wingers, and the people on the left. There's some people who put Trump in office on the right expected that President Trump would come in and stop these wars, because that's what he was blabbing about for the last 2-3 years, is that, hey, I can make a phone call to make these things stop. Remember the war in Ukraine? Or I can make a phone call to Putin. We'll have this thing stop. And he told the Arabs in Michigan to get their votes. Oh yeah, just put me in office and I can make some phone calls and get this thing stopped. I'll shut that thing down tomorrow. This is the way he was talking. And now people can see the nifaq, the hypocrisy in Trump. We can see that not only is he bought and paid for by the Israeli lobby, and we know that he is. We see the Adelsons and others. Adelsons was a husband and wife couple that comes out of Israel. They are billionaires or multi-millionaires, and they've given Trump millions, hundreds of millions of dollars, not only in his first campaign, but also in this one, so that he could do what he's doing to the Palestinians. Now, he's just paid off. He's just another low-down animal, a creature from the Black Lagoon who's taking money and allowing the Israelis in Israel to absolutely steal and kill the Palestinians, steal that land and their natural resources, and just kill the people off the same way that the Americans did here. And when I say Americans, now let's be clear, I'm not talking about those of us who have been suffering under empire. I'm not talking about Black Americans. I'm not talking about Native Americans. I'm not talking about people who came in from Central and South America. I'm talking about these white people, white Americans, who supported this genocide years ago when they were moving up under the banner, as they do today, up under the banner of white supremacy. And, they thought that, or they think that God gave them, a manifest destiny to do as they please to anybody and everything, and subdue it up under their foot, as if they have a right to do this by God. And we know that God doesn't work that way. No real God works that way, right? So we know that what they're talking about is nothing but shaitan. It's Satan. It's nothing but evil. It is the devil, straight up. No other way to put it. So now we see that this devil, Trump, has now accepted all these millions of dollars from the Adelsons and the other Israeli lobbies, AIPAC and the rest of them, all these devilish, low-down, dirty groups that are paying these politicians to now shut their mouths. Now, I take that back. Not shut their mouths, because it's grosser than that. They're not shutting their mouths. In fact, they're opening their dirty mouths to make excuses for an outright genocide on the Palestinian, an outright thieving, a theft of these people's land and their resources. And they're shackling us up, the citizens here in America and in Europe, by trying to pass laws, have already passed some, and try to pass others. Well, we actually will have our First Amendment right taken from us, making a protest against what's going on in Gaza, anti-Semitism. And they're doing everything in their power to cloak everything up under this banner of anti-Semitism. If you attack these low-down, dirty Israeli Jews for what it is that they're doing, because it's low-down and it's dirty. It's a very nasty thing to do. And if anybody else had done it, black people, natives, even some quarters in the white sectors, although white folks sure enough protect their own, right, in the political arena and in this world. We've seen how they move and how they do, because that's what they're doing in Israel. Because let's be clear. These Israelis that are in that land are nothing but Europeans. These are not the Jews that are coming out of the scripture. These are not the same people. Because the Jews that are in the scripture, if you look at them as regards ethnicity, they're very, very close to the Arab. They're very close to the Palestinian. In fact, you can't tell the difference between a Palestinian Muslim and a Palestinian Jew. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference. I'm talking about the real Palestinian Jews, not these white folks that came out of Eastern Europe and these other places in Europe and came into Palestine, right? Stole it, renamed it Israel, and now continue to steal and now genociding people right off the land. This is what they're doing. This is low down. This dog, and it needs to be called out. And our politicians are here doing everything in their power to even make it where we can't even criticize the state of Israel. They're actually trying to pass laws that if I say what I'm saying right now on the platform, like I'm saying it on, right, they will try to take me off this platform, or they will try to even go further than that. The law might even go further than that. I might even get a visit from the FBI or whoever, is going to try to defend these people, right? Because this is what they've done with the law. They're trying to take away an American's First Amendment right. One of the first right that's given to you as an American, to speak out and to protest. And they're trying to take it away because these people are paid off. I'm talking about the Democrats and the Republicans. Again, garbage people, man. Garbage parties. Trash. And I don't want to hear anything from black people who support the Democratic Party talking about the Democrats somehow better than the Republicans. Both parties are trash parties, not doing anything for anybody. And we got to call a spade a spade. So anybody who sees this video, if we had put Kamala Harris in there, it would have been different. No, the hell it wouldn't. Kamala Harris was right there with Joe Biden starting this genocide. They started this mess, and they gave Israel all the weapons. She did too. All the weapons, defensive and offensive, because that's a new argument. Oh, well, they just gave them defensive weapons. That's a goddamn lie. They gave them offense and defensive weapons to kill them people. And now we know that they're allowing these people to be starved out as we watch. The whole world sit back and watch it. Nobody can do anything about it because you have the most powerful country in the world forcing the issue to genocide these people. And we still have a bit of Americans, maybe a third of them, maybe a quarter, still applauding on this effort. That, hey, kill them on off. We don't care about them, which is nothing but that racism that normally comes with European peoples, whether to be American or out of Europe. I'm talking about European peoples by genetics. Don't give a damn about nobody except what it is they're trying to do. Got their mind set on trying to continue to rule the world when they're slipping right between the fingers. They can't see it. And it's just a matter of time when this is going to boomerang back on them and their children and grandchildren. As I sit in this chair, we already know that because we've seen it in other nations and at other times. These people are slitting their own throats. I guess I can say that on YouTube. These people are cutting their own throats and don't even realize it. They don't even realize it. Or if they're not cutting their own throats, they're cutting the throats of their children and grandchildren. What fools! So I had to say something about this because it's getting to the point where it's ridiculous. I just saw on the news a politician being nailed to the cross because of what it is that she supported with having these Israelis put money in her pocket and also trying to, toe the party line of the Democrats. She told that party line, right? And she just got up there with two pundits on YouTube, Saga and I forget the other woman's name, and they gave her a good spanking. Spanked her good before they let her off because of what she and other Democrats have allowed, and now the Trump administration is allowing to happen in Gaza. Nifaq, hypocrisy. These people are hypocrites. There is going to be a day when everybody's going to look back on this, and all these people will be shamed for what it is they said and what it is they've done, how it is they supported this Israeli lobby. They will be ashamed. History will put them on the wrong side of it, and when it does, I hope that I'm still alive to be able to make sure that none of these devils can wiggle their ways out of saying that, well, it wasn't me, I wasn't part of it. Yes, you were. Just like your dirty grandmamas and dirty grandfathers suppressed other nations, the native nations all around the globe, and African peoples parceled us out all over these continents to do slave labors, free slave labor for you. Same way. We're going to call you out. We're going to put your names in the books so we remember who it was who did what. Low down, dirty dogs. That's what you are. Right? And we're never going to let these people forget that. So my message today to the moral man is that we are people who have to stand firm on what is right and reject what is wrong. We know that we have a limited power right now. We have a limited capacity. But the things that we can do, the protests, not supporting big businesses like McDonald's and Starbucks and all these other people who support Israel, pull back your dollar, you can do that. You can stop going to McDonald's. You can stop supporting Coca-Cola. You can stop buying Toyotas. You can stop supporting these other companies that are supporting Israel. That's right. Those companies I just called out, companies that I myself love the products, love Toyota products. But I'd be damned if I buy one right now until they pull back their support from what's going on in Gaza. And that's a fact. That's how it's going to go down. So right now, we have to make sure that we as moral people keep our head on a swivel and understand that we have to dig deep within ourselves to deal with nifaq, our own hypocrisy, to study ourselves. Because when you study yourself on a macro level, of course, you're also looking at humanity. Because human beings, we are the same. We are the same. So when we launch an attack on hypocrisy, we're not only launching an attack on those outside of ourselves, but the hypocrisy that lies within ourselves. So we have to do whatever it is that we need to do to stop what's going on in Gaza. We have to bring this thing to a standstill and to a stop. We have to stop this craziness from these people and how it is that they're attacking and striking out on other countries who are trying to do something to stop the genocide. Iran, heroes. The Iranis are heroes. I don't care what these people, how these people try to paint them. The Iranis are heroes. They should be supported, and we should applaud them on. The Houthis, Ansarullah to be specific, the people of Yemen, they're heroes. They should be applauded on. Hezbollah in Lebanon, they should be supported, and we should be championing them and clapping them on. And every other group that's out there that's firing up on Israel, we should support them in any way we can that this country, I guess, would deem legal, right? Support it. And if you're too scared to do anything else, you can't stop going to McDonald's. You can stop buying Starbucks. You could leave Toyota alone and all the rest of these people that support this genocide, okay? I just had to come on and say that because this has been really eating at me. I wish there was something else I could do to see these people being stormed out after they fought so gallantly against the Israelis. We now have a duty, because these are weak people. We have a duty to stand up for them. Just like other nations and other folks have a duty to stand up for the Black American when we go through our struggles with empire. Because these people are dealing with empire. It's the same empire. It's the same thing. It's the same enemy. So people, the Tariq Nasheeds or whoever else is out there who try to make these separations, they come between the Black American and other people's struggles. Hey, man, we got to get off of that. As much as I respect that brother's work and other folks' work, we got to get off of that. We cannot stand alone as Black people talking about we're going to fight empire by ourselves. Absolutely cannot. You have to tie in your struggle with other people's struggle. And just to be a human being. Good God Almighty, y'all, be human. Be human. eschew the thinking and the mindset of the white man. Let them do what they do. If they want to live that way, let them live that way. We have to eschew that, leave that off, free our minds of this disease that have come from these Western people, because they're diseased to the core. They're rotten to the core. Despicable people that we should avoid their thinking, their religions, their ways of life, the way they dress, how they train their children, how they make babies, everything about them. We need to wash it off of us, right? And start to make sure that we have the mind of people of God. That's my message for the day. I know it was blistering, but that's the way I feel. I tell you, I wish I could be a one-man army and go over there and clean that mess up myself that's going on over there, and giving them people the spanking of their lives. And if it wasn't for the fact that I was on a platform that these people could remove me, or they could stop me from continuing to say some of the things I say, I would say even worse. And for those of you who know me personally, you know exactly what I mean. Yeah, sometimes, man, you got to take your foot and jam it right up the behinds of your enemies. Sometimes you just got to do that. Sometimes you can talk to them. Sometimes you can walk through with them. Sometimes you can meditate with them. Sometimes you can reason with them. And other times, you have to put them in a chokehold and make them stop. Again, Allah tells the Muslim in the Quran that he made men to check other men. All right? So this is my message for the day. I hope you take it in the spirit that I gave it, which is always in the spirit of love and brotherhood, love for all of humanity, and for those who deserve it and for those who don't deserve it. And just because we're speaking about love, that doesn't mean that we let people off the hook when they do terrible things, just like we don't let our children off the hook when they do terrible things. We love our children, but we'll spank that backside if we have to make things right. All right? That's my message for the day. If you got anything out of it, do me a favor and like it. And if you have not already, please subscribe to my channel. Y'all take care out there. We love you. Peace.